be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and scroll down and get on our mailing list, because believe it or not, from time to time, YouTube has an issue with some of our videos. To make sure you don't miss any, you got to get on our mailing list. And you see that big fat donate button? Hit that, throw a little something in the tip jar so we can keep giving you hard-hitting, common sense, honest shows. And also, LarryWithEpoch.com is the website. Larry with E-P-O-C-H, LarryWithEpoch.com. Did you know that football is racist? Following the injury to Buffalo Bills player Damar Hamlin, Scientific American published an article entitled "Damar Hamlin's Collapse Highlights the Violence Black Men Experience in Football. The terrifyingly ordinary nature of football's violence disproportionately affects black men." That was a headline. Again, here's what happened at that Monday Night Football game.
Monday Night Football, Bengals versus the Bills, and a seemingly routine play suddenly turned terrifying. Just 9 minutes in, 24-year-old Bills safety Damar Hamlin, number 3 in white there at the bottom, got up, took 2 steps, and collapsed. Hamlin suffered a cardiac arrest. His heart stopped beating. For at least 10 agonizing minutes, players, thousands of fans in the stadium, and millions on TV watched as a medical team tried to restart Hamlin's heart. Once his heartbeat was restored, an ambulance took Hamlin off the field.
Scientific American wrote, quote, "This ordinary violence has always riddled the sport, and it affects all players. But black players are disproportionately affected. While black men are severely underrepresented in positions of power across football organizations, such as coaching and management, they are overrepresented on the gridiron." End of quote. Now, speaking of black underrepresentation in the NFL, here's what the new coach of the Tampa Bay Bucks said.
You and Mike Tomlin are 2 of the few black head coaches in the league. I wonder what your relationship is like with them and your thoughts on Steve Wilks joining that fold.
I have a very good relationship with Tomlin. We don't look at what color we are when we coach against each other. We just know each other. I have a lot of very good white friends that coach in this league as well, and I don't think it's a big deal as far as us coaching against each other. I think it's normal. Wilkes got an opportunity to do a good job. Hopefully he does it. And we coach ball. We don't look at color.
But you also understand that representation matters too, right? And that when young aspiring coaches or even football players, they see you guys, they see someone that looks like them, maybe grew up like them, that has to mean something.
Well, when you say you see you guys and look like them and grow up like them, it means that we're oddballs to begin with. And I think the minute you guys stop making a big deal about it, everybody else will as well.
That didn't go very well. Now back to Scientific American. Quote, "Non-white players account for 70% of the NFL. Nearly half of all Division I college football players are black. Further, through a process called racial stacking, coaches racially segregate athletes by playing position. These demographic discrepancies place black athletes at a higher risk during play. As a cultural anthropologist," said the writer, "I spent the last decade learning how black college football players navigate the exploitation, racism, and anti-blackness that are fundamental to its current system." Close quote. That's a mouthful. So racism makes blacks choose to play football, and racist coach, presumably white and non-white coaches, place them in positions where they're likely to collide with each other. In other words, but for racism, there would be more black quarterbacks, punters, place kickers, holders, and I suppose locker room attendants. At one time, the NFL excluded black players. That was racism. Now the NFL is mostly black, and that is racism. When the league was all white, were the white players exploited too? When I posted this article on Twitter, here was one response. Quote, "The man makes a very good point," referring to the cultural anthropologist writer. "And this is a problem that can easily be remedied. Going forward, all football programs should be made up 57.8% white players, 18.7% Hispanic players, and 12.1% black players. The same racial profile as of the U.S. population. Problem solved." End of quote. And I would add 51% of the players should be female. What's that? The great Eldersky is holding a pair of MYPILLOW slippers, and you can have a pair yourself. All you have to do is call the number on your screen or go to MyPillow.com and use promo code ELDER. And guess what? Mike Lindell has over 100 sleep-related products on his website. So check them all out. Then, of course, don't forget the MyPillow, the granddaddy of them all. This is the product that started everything. It is still the top product. Go to MyPillow.com. Did I mention promo code ELDER? Or call the number on your screen. Also comes in different sizes. And then, of course, you have the 6-pack, MyPillow 6-pack. It says towels that work, because Mike found that a lot of towels in the stores look good, feel good, maybe even smell good, but they don't absorb the water, which is the whole point. So these are towels that actually work. Again, go to MyPillow.com, promo code ELDER, or call the number on your screen. Finally, this is the Giza Dream bedsheet. Giza is in Egypt, where the finest cotton is grown. I know this because Mike went around the world to find it. And they come in different colors, they come in different sizes, because beds come in different sizes. I guess they come in different colors too. Mine is white because, after all, I am the, wait for it, black face of white supremacy, but you're not. So if you want your own Giza Dream bedsheet, and you're going to have an amazing time sleeping on these puppies, call the number on your screen or go to MyPillow.com, promo code ELDER. Did you know that the idea that people should be on time is rooted in white supremacy, sexism, and homophobia?
Can we stop, like, normalizing people being late? Like, it's not cute, it's not funny, it's not a...
When y'all are ready to learn about the connections between this, and the white American cultural norm with obsessing over being on time, please let me know. Please. Because as someone who is Black, queer, has ADHD, and studies African American history and culture, it's one of my favorite things to talk about. It's going to be so much fun. But, you know, until then, we could just keep acting like that's a completely harmless opinion that has no historical context whatsoever.
So being on time is white. And did you know that corruption is also white?
I think this generation of politicians are so corrupt. Is it because they're not used to money?
No. It is because they are being corrupted by white people.
Is it?
Yeah, so because you people speak about corruption as if it's a black people's thing.
Yes, true.
It's a white man's thing. Why? Business, when you say business is corrupting government, you mean whites are corrupting black people, because business is white.
Yes.
And then government is black.
Yeah.
And this government can't be corrupt with itself. It needs someone to be corrupt with.
Oh.
So it's corrupt with the business. And this business is white. But these whites never get arrested.
I'm sure that made sense to somebody. And when it comes to healing, to reflecting on one's sins, well, did you know that it is also white people who should be doing that, says the author of the 1619 New York Times Project?
When I think about healing, I think who really needs to heal are white people. I think that the idea, yes, we have gone through a lot. We have experienced a lot of trauma. We are still being harmed. But the people who cause the harm are the people who need to do the healing.
And Texas Democrat Representative Sheila Jackson Lee has introduced a bill called the Leading Against White Supremacy Act of 2023, which aims, quote, to prevent and prosecute white supremacy-inspired hate crime and conspiracy to commit white supremacy-inspired hate crime, end of quote. I have a better idea. Why don't we just outlaw white people? Problem solved. And that's the elder statement. When we come back, is there a connection between China and the Biden classified documents? Well, it is time. Can you feel the tension? It is now time for our giveaway. We're giving away 5 of these Larry Elder mugs. Who wouldn't want a Larry Elder mug? Let's announce the winners. Jennifer Goins, Cheryl Radamil, Gloria Pellet, or Pillow, James Lockwood, and Dawn Roth. I want to thank all of you for participating. And if you didn't win, don't feel bad. We're going to have more giveaways down the road, so stay tuned to The Larry Elder Show, which you can find on LarryWithEpoch.com. That's EPOCH, LarryWithEpoch.com. I'm Larry Elder. This has been The Larry Elder Show for Epoch Times. And remember, we've got a country to save. I'll see you next time.